Hello, and welcome back to Borderlands. I'm Chance, also known as Ross. In the last episode, we found Dr. Ned. He seemed to be a bit shady and was an asshole. He took forever to save us from a horde of zombies. And I found our good best boy, TK, and fed him a bunch of brains. And I will continue to feed him a bunch of brains because he's the best boy and he deserves all the brains in the world. Right now we are heading towards the Generally Hospital, which is the location which Dr. Ned has created an antidote. At least attempted to create an antidote. We're not really sure if it's actually up to snuff, but if he has actually got one, what's the harm in checking, right? Are they coming for me? No. They're just flying around. Being all corpse eatery. Ah, shit, they're coming. Quick. Die. Ow. Fucker. Time to die, birdies.
Getting stronger by the minute.
A bird go zap. Alright, like, gotta admit, when it comes to taking out trash, this Iridian weapon is pretty good.
Saw my ammo.
Not good against most things, but against those dumbass birdies, it's pretty good. Alright, let's head on into... Oh yeah, I forgot you have to use the spoopy entrance. Generally Hospital. It's got a little mustache. Remember correctly, this is the best place to get Iridian artifacts for your elemental abilities. Like there's some skags over here you could kill that have like a high chance to drop elemental artifacts. I don't know if I'll grind for them. I just know that that's a thing. First clue is in the way we're going. So, let's just clear the dead, shall we?
Yes, feel it.
Don't know how that wasn't a head exploding headshot, but what do I know, right?
I'm really good at this.
I don't like the midget. The midget zombies are a bit finicky for my headshotting ways. I just don't like zombies, guys. You're kind of overrated. Although technically this DLC came out way before the zombie craze was a thing. I think it was like just a little before everyone went stir crazy for zombies. Borderlands came out in 2009, I believe, so this DLC would have come out either the following year or late 2009, right? So I'm trying to think, like, was it just Romero and like Dawn of the Dead? It was really like the zombie thing, because you know that that's when it's all about brains. Zombies like brains, right? And then I think The Walking Dead kind of changed that concept from they actually don't want brains, they just want food, you know, and that food can be the flesh of anybody. So zombies became like brain eating bastards to straight up cannibal, crazed cannibals that could take a hit. Ooh. The 3, the 2 ammo. God damn it, I didn't want that. It's not what I want. It was everything I wanted in life. A high damaging fire revolver. Then I realized the truth. Oh yeah, fuck. Did it again. I'm actually surprised I got that. Brain. Kind of interesting to like look back to like medias of how zombies have been portrayed in the limelight, right? Is it 2011 or 2010 that Borderlands 2 came out? Right? I actually want to double check my timeline here because I don't want to fuck it up and then people be like, Chance, you're a fucking dumbass. Borderlands 2 actually came out and and it turns out you're a dumbass who doesn't know his lore. October 15th, 2009 was when Borderlands Zombie Island of Dr. Ned came out. So yeah, and when did The Walking Dead come out? Because that's The Walking Dead basically changed how most zombie media was looked at. It came out 2010. Yeah, literally a year later. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's kind of crazy how time has changed and how I'm actually pretty proud of myself that I remembered that. And then Borderlands 2 came out in 2011, I believe, right? Either late 2010 or 2011. It was like a very short sequel. That makes sense. They basically, okay, we have the game, let's optimize it and, you know, make it better. And then everyone loved the sequel. It's kind of crazy though. Like, imagine if The Walking Dead never came out and people still seen zombies as just brain eaters, right? Because that was like the main thing about zombies. Is like, oh, they're people who have died and come back to life and they want to eat your brains. Like there's that song, it's like Hello Tom, I think that's the song's name. It's like, hey Tom, it's Bob. You know? I think it's called Hello Tom. It might be called Hey Tom. I don't know. Whatever. If you know the song, you know the song. And that was like, all we want to do is eat your brains. And then like the Walking Dead comes around, like the Robert. I mean, I assume it came out earlier, but like the show is what popularized it, right? The comic was very successful, but like no one knew about the comics. Everyone watched the show, and everyone was like, "Oh, this show's really good," and "Oh, that's what zombies are. They don't have to be shambling brain eaters. They could be like, I mean, they're still shambling, but like, they could actually be dangerous and like, and they're not really there to consume one's flesh. They're there to consume the whole body, which is kind of interesting because like when you think about it, that means they're less about repopulating and more about just consumption, which is, I assume, the whole thing about Romero's zombie was about consumerism. But like this is just straight up a danger to humanity. And then oh, you actually got that far in the comics. The zombies aren't the threat. The Walking Dead is actually the living human beings that still attempt to survive past the zombie apocalypse, which is a great scene in the comics, which I did read. I didn't read the whole thing. It is done. I never actually got to finishing the comics. Stopped after the whole Negan ordeal was starting to become a thing.
Oh, boy, oh. The angel give me strength. I've been
Jackie O'Callahan.
demon spited for nearly a fortnight. Still no signs from the maker of an end to this unholy ordeal. As if those who have passed coming back to life isn't evil enough, I've learned of some new kind of abomination in the hospital on the hill. I fear I have another crime against nature whose arse must be kicked. And it will be, for my name isn't Father Jackie O'Callahan.
Jackie O'Callahan.
The night air is as chill as a sheepskag's teeth on a winter's morn. But it does not dampen my resolve. I found strength in prayer, and with little whiskey I have remaining in my flask. The monster of the hospital. His arms proved to be harder to kick than the rest of this rabble. It nicked me in the neck. Well, starting to feel strange. Hopefully I'll last for it. At least it is a full moon to keep me company.
You'll soon find the irony in such a statement. But let's go find that antidote, shall we? I am so glad we actually have a faster cooldown on our ability. Like, just imagine how annoying it would be if we didn't.
I'm really good at this.
Ow, what the? Oh. Whew. Those psycho zombies sure do pack a mean ass punch. I'm so glad TK Baja dropped the revolver. Like, this would have been way much more annoying if I had to use the sniper. Just because the scope, the zoom on the scope is too much for trying to get headshots from zombies that are both close and far. Hank Rees Wereskag. Nice hat. Yeah, it turns out the cure isn't as beneficial as one might assume. Oh, fuck. Burn, Reese, burn. Shock elements. Yeah, they, as I said, like the Wereskags have a high drop chance for the elemental. I guess I don't have it equipped. Guess I got rid of it at one point. They have a high drop chance for the elemental artifacts, so you can grind off of them if you really need If you really need like a specific artifact, you can just keep killing them until you get what it is you need. There are a few drops remaining in the bottle. Antidote. Sadly, this location does not have much fast travel ability, so you do have to run between each section of the map in order to get to place, which I guess if because of the brains achievement and brains quest line, it does. Oh wait, what the fuck? That's a legendary. What the fricker frack? When was this here? Doesn't look good, but is that it? It's just high capacity explosive. Doesn't even have. Whatever. It's a legendary. All legendaries are OP. My second legendary of the playthrough. Actually, my third. Sorry. It is, in fact, my third. The first one we got was a sniper. That carried us pretty far, if I remember correctly. That sniper was too good for us. So this is an island, right? That implies that there are multiple islands similar to this. Just out there, waiting to be explored. How did that not count? Damn, I just missed. That was just me being a bad, me trying to prove something and clearly failing. Alright.
Thank goodness! Get me the hell out of here! We have precious little time! Before you go up and help that lion.
In hindsight, it was probably against our better judgment to let him make such an attempt, but his passion and outside about thinking convinced us. Unfortunately, he was not the last person hired to handle our situation. Here we go again. To whom discovers the circumstances of Jackie O'Callahan's death, HR has informed me that there were 4 others like yourself who were hired to deal with this issue. These employees also seem to run into difficulties. Try to determine what happened to them. Mora noob wuss chump.
I love special knocks. Whoa! I'm possessed. The knock sounds like this. Now go and leave this robot for the skags. Okay, I'm saying now, no more evil, no siree. I'm practically Robo Teresa over here. Let me out!
I didn't actually listen to that. That was important. Shit. Okay, if I remember correctly, Marcus hacks the robot, tells us that, hey, dumbasses, Dr. Ned is evil. He's gonna kill you. He's hiding out at, I think, the lumber mill or something. Go there. This is the secret knock. And then that's the secret knock.